Well, hey folks, I am excited to share with you today the first cook on my Z-Grill's 10502B pellet grill. Now this is a Wi-Fi enabled pellet grill, very cool technology here. As you've seen in some of my other videos, I've done smoking of meats on a Weber kettle grill. I have an offset smoker, and this just adds to the flexibility I have with cooking. So I've got it up and going. I'm going to be doing some baby back ribs today. So we're going to try that out and see how they do. So stick around. We're going to get started on that right now. I'm going to keep the ribs nice and simple for my first cook. I'm using mustard to bind on the barbecue rub, salt and pepper. And at the very end, I'll put some barbecue sauce on there. Should be great for a first cook on this grill. All right, so this pellet grill settled in right around the 250 mark, and I'm about to put the ribs on. I'm going to target about 3 hours for the first part of this cook. Just gonna have them on the rack by themselves, no wrap. I'll wrap them after about 3 hours, and then we'll put the sauce on. So we're gonna get started. Okay, that's pretty impressive. I put the ribs on, had the lid open for a little while, and the reset back to the right temperature happened almost instantaneously. So this thing holds heat well, it gets back up to heat pretty quickly, and seems to maintain it pretty regularly. So this should be a good, predictable cook. And that's what I've heard about these things, is that unlike a offset smoker where you're constantly tending the fire and having to put wood on there and dampen it and everything, this thing does it all for you. So it's basically like having like a wood smoker oven that you can just kind of set and forget. So far so good. Now I do want to mention that Z-Grill sent me this grill to test and review, try it out, and share that with you guys. And so with that, I'm going to give you a nice honest review. So far I'm really impressed with it, but this is my first cook. So I will let you know how this one goes, and we'll do a couple more videos just to make sure that it's doing everything it's supposed to be doing. Now, they did provide me a link specific to my channel that if you go and click on it and you happen to purchase something, I get a little bit back on the channel. Every little bit helps, and they've got some great deals going on right now, so check that out down below. That link will be down there, and that's specific to my channel. So give it a look, and we'll go from there. Now, while the ribs are cooking, let's go over the specs of the Z-Grill's 10502B. This grill is Wi-Fi enabled, which means you can control it by the control panel or an app on your phone. The total cooking space over 3 racks is 1,080 square inches, so this can hold a lot of food all at one time. The hopper itself holds 21 pounds of pellets, so it'll keep going for quite some time before having to refill. The grill comes with 2 meat probes to monitor separately 2 pieces of meat while you're cooking. And overall, this grill is substantial, weighs 130 pounds, so it's a big, beefy grill. Should last for quite some time. All right, it's been about 3 hours. Gone through a good amount of pellets, but not too bad. And take a look at these ribs. Oh wow, those look amazing. Now what we're gonna do is wrap these up, put them on for another couple hours, and then once we get those done, we'll take them out, put some sauce on them, and and put them in for about another hour, and I think they will be perfect. But they are looking so very, very good. All right, we're at 2 more hours wrapped on the ribs. I'm gonna open them up, put some barbecue sauce on them, let them cook for another hour, and we should be good to go. Oh yeah, these are definitely to the point of getting done, and they are so tender. So we're gonna put a little sauce on these, and then let them cook a little bit more, but they're pretty much falling apart as it is. All right, since these are pretty much done, I'm gonna crank this temperature up a bit to about 300 and let it cook that sauce to where it's nice and sticky. All right, we're gonna call this good and pull these ribs off the smoker. This thing has performed pretty well today. Let's see, we're at about 6 hours. This was full, and that's not too bad. So I was at 250 most of the day, and then I just popped it up to 300. So that's not bad as far as pellet usage. Let's take a look at these ribs, see how they look. Oh my goodness. That just looks incredible. Let's get these things off this pit and see how they taste. Okay, maybe not the prettiest presentation because they are literally falling apart, but these things look amazing and you won't even believe the smell. So I'm gonna get these all served up for dinner. I'll let you know what I think. All right, here is the first bite. It's one of the end pieces. These things are literally just falling off the bone. We're gonna give it a try. That is so good. That is a proper baby back rib right there. It's smoky. The flavors coming through real well. Man, it's awesome. So yeah, this is legit. So there we go. First cook on the Z Grills pellet grill under my belt. The ribs turned out fantastic. I'm already doing another cook now. Got some chickens in there. Hope those turn out pretty good. But yeah, appreciate you following along on this. I am impressed with this grill. There's a couple of little things that I've noticed with it. The first one is that the app to work it wirelessly doesn't always connect. I don't know if that's something with my Wi-Fi system or if that's just a known issue. That's just something I've noticed. The other thing is just being able to empty the pellet hopper completely. There is a gate to take some of the pellets out, but it doesn't get all of them out. So if you really wanted to completely remove them, in my case, I'm down here on the Texas coast and it's humid, and we don't want to keep those things in there and just letting them kind of absorb moisture because they won't perform as well. So that's going to be a little bit more of a manual process if I ever want to completely empty out the hopper. Other than that, this thing has really just outstripped my expectations. I'm enjoying having this pellet grill. It's going to be a great addition to my outdoor cooking, and I'm curious to see what you would like to see me cook on this. Now, I do a lot of fishing down here. I obviously do a lot of hunting, so I have some plans for some, fresh caught fish or some wild game. And if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see me do on this thing, comment down below. Like I said before, I've got a link down in the description to Z Grills specific to my channel. If you use that link and purchase something, it helps the channel out a little bit. So appreciate that. There's also some links and the recipe for what I used on the ribs, so check that out. There's some links to Amazon for my affiliate stuff there. Again, that helps out the channel just a little bit. And most of all, if you like what you saw today, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when I post new videos. I appreciate each and every one of you following along. Y'all get out there and live the good life. Thanks a lot.